Welcome to the Scandinavian Mind podcast. I'm Conrad Olsson, founder and editor-in-chief of Scandinavian Mind. Today is a special episode in collaboration with NOMS, a newly launched impact tech startup that challenged the way we produce, deliver, and experience fashion. NOMS is a digital platform where consumers can order contemporary, fair trade garments produced on demand around the corner from where they live. In this episode, you will hear me talk to the founders of NOMS, Siri Vikman, CEO, and Rodrigo Gutierrez Benavente, Creative Director. This talk is part of a digital presentation that can be viewed in video form on the Stockholm Fashion Week platform as of today, February 8th. The NOMS digital platform is currently invite only, but listeners and readers of Scandinavian Mind will get early access using the code NOMS Beta 2022 when you log in to nomsglobal.com. That is NOMS Beta 2022 in one word when you log in to nomsglobal.com. We are back on Friday with our usual rundown on current trends and events within business, tech, fashion, culture, and more. Here now, my conversation with Siri Vikman and Rodrigo Gutierrez Benavente, co-founders of NOMS. Enjoy. Welcome to this presentation and founder interview with NOMS, the newly started fashion tech brand, short for National Outfit Manufacturing Services. I'm Conrad Olsson, founder and editor-in-chief of Scandinavian Mind, and I'm here with Siri Vikman, CEO, and Rodrigo Gutierrez Benavente, Creative Director. Hi guys.
Hey!
Hi.
You are actually two of a much bigger founder team, and we are here at Ringens Kemtvätt and Skrädderi, a local dry cleaner and tailor here at the Södermalm district in Stockholm. This is a very special place, a very special reason we are here today, which we will get back to. But I think just to start with, Siri, perhaps describe the concept behind NOMS. You are both a platform and a brand.
Yeah, we are. So NOMS is a digital platform and a new infrastructure to enable decentralized mass production, long word, to do fairly made production of clothes on demand, very locally, and in the course of an online purchase. So our brand is an extension of our core. So we are both a brand and a digital platform.
Exciting stuff. And you mentioned local production. I know this is something that the entire fashion industry is talking about right now. Yeah. Rodrigo, the reason we are here today at this specific location is you actually came up with the idea of this brand NOMS just around the corner from here. Can you take us back to that moment a few years ago when it all started?
Yeah, I was having a lunch with an old friend of mine, Simon Hjelte, who we used to share a lot of ideas and concept through the years. And he was talking about planning to start a factory in Borås, a garment factory in Borås. And I was about to start a fashion label. So when I heard about this factory, I thought, okay, I have an idea here. So I told him to follow me out on the street, and we ended up right outside here, Hamid's place. And I asked him, take a look around, referring to the production facility. And he didn't get it at first, but then later on the penny dropped, and he was fascinated that, okay, we can produce in the middle of the city. And we were actually talking about dry cleaners and alteration tailors.
Yeah, because you had actually had experience of this in your work as a designer with other brands, to use sort of these alteration tailors as kind of mini production facilities for your previous brands, right?
Definitely. I used to work with Hamid and a few other dry cleaners and alteration tailors in the making of samples, the whole sample collection. So sometimes we could do entire sample collections of 100 to 150 pieces on an area of 10 to 15 square meters. And I noticed the fantastic skills those people had, that they brought from their home countries like Afghanistan, Syria, Turkey, and unused skills actually.
Siri, why is this important? Talk about the problems that you're trying to solve with this new platform.
Yeah, so we know that the fashion industry really needs to change, and it has to change now. So we know that 25% of all garments that are produced in the world are never even sold, and 73% of fibers and garments end up in landfill and incineration. So the whole supply chain is digitized and automized, except production. So we wanted to look at production and how could we make this happen in the best way? How can we make it local? How can we make it fair trade? And how do we build the tech around it?
It's a big problem to solve.
Yeah.
So talk about this infrastructure, as you call it. How does it work from NOMS perspective?
Yeah, so we have built a pre-production unit, as we call it, PPU, where we cut all the patterns, and we send it in a systemized IKEA kit, I would say, to an assembly tailor, which is our microfactories. Mm-hmm. And from the microfactories, the tailor puts together the garments and send it directly to the customer, or the customer can come here and pick it up.
So I think the first question many people have by now is,
yeah.
It sounds all well and good, sounds very exciting with this local production. Can you actually scale it?
Yeah, I have to say I was a bit hesitant when I first joined the guys and we started to discuss and map how do we have capacity? Is it going to be very expensive, meaning it's Sweden? And when we start to really pinpoint everything and map the infrastructure, we understood how much potential Sweden had and developed industries and economies to this kind of area. So yeah, there's a lot of potential, and I would say our capacity in Sweden is equal to a big factory in China. So yes, it's possible, and it's
exciting stuff. Rodrigo, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, when talking about large factories in China, imagine this: we're taking the biggest factory in China, and what we do is that we actually, put it like this: imagine that there are all skillful people working there, or skillful tailors, and then we cut the factory into small pieces and distribute it out to the cities.
Yeah.
A decentralized production.
Decentralized.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So describe the customer journey from a customer's perspective. What happens when they order garment from your platform?
Yeah, well, you enter the platform, you register or make an account, and then you look for your style, and a style that is not actually produced yet. And then you pick it, you decide to buy it, and when pressing the green button, the production will start. And from that, you will be able to lean back and get the notifications for where in the process your garment is. It's like a sort of Uber function.
So you can follow track the process in your phone, actually.
You will see exactly what's happening with your garment at that stage. We're cutting the fabrics. It's on the way to your chosen microfactory, and the person who's going to produce it, and then you will be able to meet the person. Of course, if you choose to pick it up at the microfactory or have it sent to your doorstep.
Siri, can you call it an Uber for fashion? Is that fair?
I like it.
So, given this infrastructure, I'm sure this must affect how you develop garments and how you develop collections. Can you talk at all, Siri, about how different the design process is compared to other more traditional ways of working?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's quite exciting, I think, to be a designer in our company because a normal design process usually takes around 12 months until you can actually see and launch the product. In our case, we have a product development of 5 days, and we can actually launch the garment in day 5. So you get a very quick response from your customer and from everyone, viewers. So you get immediate reactions, and you create garments for immediate demand. So it's a very different design process, I would say.
Yeah,
it's very challenging.
Rodrigo, you can attest to this as well, having been part
Definitely.
of developing. Yeah.
I mean, that's the product development part, and when it comes to design in itself, we used to say that it's dictated by this process and dictated by the availability of fabrics at the moment, and also the configurations, because we are talking about configurations when it comes to our production units or microfactories. So each configuration will be able to produce a sort of a specific kind of garment, for instance. So we are I would not say limited to it, but we are. It's a part of the challenge and design itself. So. Yeah.
And the fabric part is important, right? Because you do focus on kind of dead stock fabrics. Am I
Yeah,
right?
that's the main focus, I would say, for us.
And where do you find it?
Well, we have a very exciting partner actually in Paris. So they work with all the dead stock from LVMH collections. So that's what we tap into, and we have most of them in the collection here today.
Exciting. Well, let's look at the first drop. Siri, maybe you can just mention what it consists of. And
yeah, of course. Yeah, so we started to do a denim set. So this is our original NOMS denim set. We also have a kimono set and a jersey program. So we have a long sleeve, a short sleeve T-shirt. So that's the start of drop 1.
Yeah, and I just want to fill in drop 1. I mean, our plan is to have like drops very often.
Yeah.
And as I just mentioned, talking about the design and the product development model, it allows us to just actually almost every 3 days come up with a new style if we want it.
Yeah.
So it's not like a traditional spring, summer, fall, winter collection. It's more like
No,
Not
we
at
will
all.
never ever have that.
No.
Ever.
Okay, wonderful. And maybe just also mention a little bit about the kimono set. Why choose a kimono set for the first drop?
Well, you know, I used to train, or I still train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu together with my daughters, and we both like, or you know, the fitting and the style and the looks. It's very contemporary and adapted to street culture, and so we started out. We thought it was a good idea to start with.
Should we mention something about the label as well?
Yeah, we're going to have a QR code where you as a customer can have all the information about the origin of fabrics, accessories, exactly who assembled your garment, at what time it was cut in the PPU. So yeah, you will have all the information as a customer, and it's also possible to detach.
Of course.
If you don't want to have that as a part of the design. But our label is very important for us and something that we will develop into part of our digital platform.
It's a traceability aspect to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have our own track and trace system. Yeah.
Wonderful. So exciting time. So now you've launched the brand. Maybe perhaps mention how you launched it. It's not a full-on launch yet. It's for a limited run for now. But what are some of the next steps happening here, Siri?
Well, we have a lot of exciting steps ahead of us, and we also have a lot to do. We need to build the tech. It's going to be deep tech, so it's going to be a lot to code. And we also, of course, going to launch our D2C publicly, and we will launch our B2B collections with partners of ours.
So talk about partners. I know collaboration is key for your strategy moving forward. What does that mean? You're scaling it to other brands, other designers?
Definitely, that's part of the big plan, to start producing parts of other brands' collection. As we know, they are At least as we heard, that there's a lot of brands out there that really wants to go sustainable, want to go local, etc. So here we are.
Yeah.
With a good solution for it.
Call us.
Yeah.
Well, take note of fellow fashion brands here at Stockholm Fashion Week. Exciting times here with the founders of NOMS, National Outfit Manufacturing Services. I'm Conrad Olsson, Editor-in-Chief of Scandinavian Mind. It's been my great honor here to talk to Siri Vikman and Rodrigo Gutierrez Benavente. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You've been listening to the Scandinavian Mind podcast with me, Conrad Olsson. This show was edited by Erik Sedin. If you liked what you heard, follow us on your preferred podcast app like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. To get the latest news, insights, and invites to upcoming events, sign up to our newsletter. Just go to scandinavianmind.com to become part of our movement.